Let's ditch the ordinary. No engine failure stuff here. I'm giving you 5 plane incidents that bend logic, erase reality, and leave people staring at the wall after hearing them like, what just happened? Each one is a mind trip on its own, so fasten your seatbelt. Sometimes planes vanish midair, sometimes they crash and we never find a single piece. But the creepiest ones are the ones that land with no pilot, no passengers, and sometimes no explanation at all. These are 5 aviation mysteries that don't just defy science, they make you question reality itself. Case 1, the flight that landed 37 years late, Flight 914, June 2nd, 1955. A Pan Am flight departs New York headed for Miami. It never arrives. Radar loses the signal, no distress call, no wreckage found. The plane is declared lost. Everyone presumed dead. Then, on March 9th, 1992, 37 years later, a plane suddenly appears in the sky over Caracas, Venezuela. Tower control scrambles. The pilot sounds confused. He says,
"We are Flight 914 from New York to Miami. Where are we?"
The aircraft lands. Authorities rush to the runway, but before they can question anyone, the pilot panics. He takes off again, gone. The only thing left behind, a flight logbook and confusion that still echoes. Was it a hoax? A cover-up? Or a crack in time that opened for just a moment? Case 2, Santiago Flight 513, the Phantom plane, October 4th, 1954. Santiago Airlines Flight 513 leaves Germany bound for Brazil. Midway through the flight, it vanishes. Decades pass. Then, October 12, 1989, airport radar in Porto Alegre, Brazil detects an unidentified incoming plane. It circles, then lands without clearance. No communication. No response. When authorities board the aircraft, they find all 92 passengers and crew still in their seats. Dead. Decomposed. Skeletons. The cockpit? Still locked from the inside. The pilot's corpse has both hands on the controls, like he never stopped flying. The plane had been missing for 35 years, and no one can explain how it landed itself, or why it flew so long. Case 3. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, the most infamous aviation mystery of our time, March 8, 2014. A Boeing 777 with 239 people on board takes off from Kuala Lumpur. 1 hour into the flight, it vanishes from radar. Completely. Then comes the weird part. Satellite data shows the plane turned around, flew for 6 more hours across the Indian Ocean, and then disappeared again. No black box, no mayday, no trace for years. But the real question? Why did it change course? Why was the transponder manually shut off? And what happened during those last 6 hours of silent flight? To this day, there's no conclusive answer, just guesses. And conspiracy theories. Some say hijacking, others say military shootdown. And a few whisper, it went somewhere it wasn't supposed to. Case 4. Helios Airways Flight 522, The Ghost in the Sky, August 14, 2005. A Boeing 737 takes off from Cyprus, heading to Athens. Minutes after takeoff, radio contact is lost. Fighter jets are scrambled. When they catch up to the plane, the pilots look into the cockpit and see the captain slumped over the controls. Everyone on board is unconscious, but the plane is still flying, on autopilot, like a ghost ship in the sky. Suddenly, a flight attendant walks into the cockpit. He's wearing an oxygen mask. He tries to take control, but it's too late. The plane crashes into a mountain. All 121 on board, gone. Turns out a pressurization switch was left in the wrong setting. But here's the crazy part. That same attendant had trained as a pilot. He held the controls for the final 2 minutes. He almost saved everyone. But no one knows how he stayed conscious so long when everyone else collapsed within minutes. Case 5. Flight 19, the Bermuda Triangle's greatest disappearance. December 5th, 1945. 5 U.S. Navy bombers take off from Fort Lauderdale for a routine training mission over the Atlantic. Experienced pilots. Clear weather. Halfway through the flight, their leader radios back.
Something's wrong. We don't know where we are. Our compasses, they're going crazy. Everything looks strange, even the ocean.
Then, static. Silence. Search planes are launched. One of them also vanishes. 6 aircraft, 27 men, never found. The Bermuda Triangle swallows them whole. To this day, no wreckage, no beacons, no clue, just ghost radio signals, and confusion that hasn't faded in 80 years. Some answers don't exist, because the questions were never meant to be asked. And some flights, they never land where they were supposed to.